All right, guys, so we got a new game we're going to show you on the channel. It's called Valheim. We're going to talk about today how to destroy the first boss that you face. This is just going to be a beginner tutorial, really simple, really easy to figure out, and I'm going to give you a way that you can kill this boss every time. It's the easiest boss you're gonna battle. It's really not bad to defeat, even for a beginner. So let's hop right into it. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to zoom into my map, because as a beginner, you're not going to have everything discovered. You're going to spawn here. So this is your spawn point up here at the top of the map. You're going to spawn there the first time you're in the game. And what this is, I'll pop up a little screen right now. This is where the big set of stones that you offer the boss heads to in order to beat the game and get their powers and, you know, all that jazz. So this is where that occurs, okay? So I believe when you start the game, I know you have the crow to talk to and you go through the basics. Shows you how to cut wood and yada yada. But eventually he will show you where the first elder is. You will have a mark on your map where the first elder is. It's going to look something like this right here. So you're going to have an offering stone in the middle. You're going to have the rune stone right here that you can read. And for the deer one, it says hunt his kin. Obviously, that is a deer mount, if you want to say that, a deer stone with antlers. It's easy to tell that this is where the offering in order to bring the boss out to fight him. So what you need for this one is this item right here. It's a deer trophy. And so basically it's really simple. You're gonna find deer throughout the forest and meadows and everywhere you go. And you need to kill deer. And I believe you have to kill the bucks in order to get a deer trophy. And you got to be careful. The deer are alert. They will spook easily. So make sure that you don't get too close. If you need to, if you're just starting out and you don't have a bow, you don't have arrows, the easiest way to approach these deer is come in from the back and crouch like this, and you'll sneak up to the deer, and with a knife, axe, I mean anything, you can kill these deer by being stealthy and sneaking up on them like this. And so this is going to rank up your stealth. You can see my sneak is only 4. I don't really use it that often, so I'm just going to sit here for a second. I'm going to let because it does run out your stamina, okay? So you got to make sure you have enough stamina. So we're going to go ahead and continue to stalk this buck, and we're going to walk up and we're going to kill the buck, okay? You're not going to get a deer trophy every time. We didn't get one right there. So you just have to keep trying. I got a deer hide. So once you have your deer trophy, you're going to return to here. Obviously, you need food. You need to eat as much food as you can, preferably deer meat. Just starting out is easy to gather. If you could find somewhere where you can get necktails, that's great. That's a great combo. But if not, just starting out in the game, mushrooms, berries. So I would really recommend the strawberry or the raspberries, the mushrooms, the meat. That's probably a good combo to start off with, just because that's what you're going to have available to you this early in the game, most likely. So one thing that I do recommend, and it's kind of a must, is you need arrows and a bow. Basically, the bosses that I have fought, I've mainly used arrows because they're so strong. Your armor and your health just isn't high enough to face them. Otherwise, you can't kill them with a sword or an axe or mace, whatever. Once you have arrows, a bow and arrow, I'm not going to go over how to make that exactly. It's pretty self-explanatory. So now that we make sure eat all the food you can. Now that we're all geared up and ready to go, we've got our bow, we've got our arrows. I'm going to go ahead and summon the deer, the buck, and I'm gonna show you a strat on how to fight it. Now, whenever it gets summoned, your screen's gonna freak out, colors are gonna go crazy. It's gonna seem really chaotic. So to do this, you're gonna put the deer head in one of your hotkeys up here, 1 through 8. You're gonna go up to the stone. You're gonna click 8. We made the sacrifice. It takes 2 deer trophies to do this. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the outside perimeter to our advantage here, okay? So we're going to stay as far away as we can, use our bow, and fight this thing little by little. So that was one of its main attacks right there, is it hits right in front of you with the shockwave. We got caught on a tree there, and then it hits down like that and creates a bubble. So as long as you stay outside of that radius, you're pretty good. Like, it's gonna miss you sometimes. You're gonna need to keep your distance. Me being a high enough level, I'm not super worried about taking some of the hits that this guy has as a beginner. No armor, regular bow, regular levels. I would be a little bit more concerned, and running this solo is going to be a lot more difficult than running it with your buddies. I mean, if you can run it with your buddies, that's a good idea. You can also, just to buy yourself stamina, you can run around these big stones pretty easily. It's kind of a crappy thing to do, and so just try and keep your distance as much as possible. We've already got him down to about half health. We're gonna go ahead and move out, run around these rocks. Okay, like I said, use the rocks to your advantage. He used that bubble attack, or the shockwave, whatever you want to call it, and we're just gonna keep going around the rocks, trees, whatever you have, because he's not super mobile around these areas. And just watch out for those front-facing attacks. Just get behind a rock or move off to the side. And this boss, he's not super strong. Like, he's not gonna kill you on one shot. You can see, like, he's not even really doing any damage to me. So don't panic. If you do get hit, you're gonna be okay for the most part. And like I said, if you do this with buddies, this boss fight is gonna be fairly easy. For your first time, you're gonna kind of freak out and be like, oh my god, it's a big boss. But it's the easiest boss you're gonna face. Like I said, if I wanted to go around this rock all day, I probably could. He ends up just kind of switching ways. I've got almost full stamina again just from doing that. So we're gonna reposition. He's gonna hit me with that shock attack. Like I said, it did like 5 damage. So it's not super strong. We almost have him dead. We're just gonna go ahead and finish him off. All right, so we killed him. All right, that's the first step of this whole thing, is to actually kill the boss. Okay, he's going to drop what is called an Eikthyr trophy. Okay, as you can see, it's his mouth, it's his head. So we're gonna pick that up. Okay, we are gonna make our way back to this spot on the map that I showed y'all to begin with. We're gonna make our way back right here. Okay, right to the spawn. We're gonna make our way back. We'll reconvene then, and I'll show y'all what to do next. All right, everybody, once we make it back to the spawn and we have our boss trophy, we are going to bring that trophy over to this rock. It is obviously the deer rock. We are going to go ahead and hook the trophy onto the trophy hook. Okay, and that's what this is going to look like. Forsaken sacrifice. So now we have defeated the first boss. We have put this on the hook. So now that we have destroyed the first boss and we've sacrificed the trophy back here at the spawn, we now have an Eikthyr power up in the bottom left if you take a look at your screen. So basically, this is going to increase your stamina, your run distance. It's a great power up to use whenever you know you're about to get into some stuff. I mean, really. Okay, so to activate that, we're going to click F. I now activated the power of Eikthyr. So now we have that power up. It's going to last us for 5 minutes, and it takes a 20-minute cooldown period in order to be able to use it again after you run out the first time. Pretty simple, guys. This is going to be our main game for a while. I feel like we still have a lot to uncover. I know nothing compared to a lot of the community that is out there making videos and stuff right now, but I figured I wanted to dummy it down, bring it from a beginner's perspective on what exactly we're doing to progress through the world and what we're figuring out as we go. I've got some ideas for some more series on this game that I want to explore, so keep an eye out for those new videos. Thanks for checking this one out. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are curious to see what we put out in the future. We're gonna try and upload hopefully a video every other day or so while this game is new, it's fresh. I really think it's gonna take off soon, so we're gonna try and and put out as much content as we can for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for more videos, and thank y'all.